and we never do banter. And we're not starting now. So what the audience doesn't know is we did about 20 minutes of it, and it was not recording. So, you know
breakfast
what?
for dinner is a win. That's all.
Yes, everyone likes breakfast for dinner. And croffles, which are croissant dough waffles made in a waffle maker with cheese and stuff, sounds really good. So now that we've covered that, where we last left off, Candy Cane Forest just to town. In the ice cream mines, you guys fought your way through. Bard took out his Tambatrix and spawned up an Axebeak that Erebus then polymorphed into a T-Rex as they found themselves in a life or death situation with two large insect centipede-like monsters that you do not know the names of yet. But yeah, you are actually in a pretty crazy situation right now. Sorrow is kind of pinned between one of these creatures and a T-Rex. Garryle is right next to one of these creatures as well, but he did cast Hold Monster on the second one. So that one's kind of out of commission right now. It tried taking a bite of Erebus and missed. So after that, we went back to the top of the order after round 2. How are you guys feeling finally jumping back into this combat? Because this combat could possibly go this entire set.
I'm feeling bad. I'm scared but prepared.
I feel like when we got here, we were all dialed in to like how we were fighting and now we took this like massive break, and I don't even remember like, you know, how we all work together. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, I think, to get back into it.
Yeah, jumping out in the middle of a combat is very interesting. You guys froze up my one creature and you didn't know about the second one. So we didn't do much once it appeared. We kind of ended on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's about to get
learn something about their weaknesses though that I don't remember. Like, did someone hit it with fire or ice? And
well, there isn't much in ways of weaknesses, but you did find out that if you attack it melee, you do take damage because they have a heated body.
Oh, okay, that's what it was about the heat.
Right? Isn't that? And did we learn about? Is that a trait or a reaction, or is that just their body?
That's a trait. So anytime they are hit with melee, I'll give you that. You take 3d6 fire damage.
Right.
Now that we've kind of caught you guys up, and we're about to get into this, we are going to start. But we're not starting within this mine. We're actually going to go into a slight flashback before we get into what's happening here. The halls of Prideborn Castle are shaking. There's a rumbling, people outside screaming as cracks in the floor start forming and widening. There is a red light emitting from them as hands of the damned are reaching up and pulling themselves up. And we see a figure wearing Prideborn colors standing at one end of the hallway, seeing this come about, and she steadies herself. She's been training for this moment to defend her kingdom. Undead from the depths of hell charge towards her. And just as she prepares herself and this creature leaps, it bursts into a gout of flames. Sorrow, you look behind you and you see two much taller tieflings wearing the colors of Prideborn. They are much older and they are standing in the way of this hallway. The male figure has his hand outstretched. He just destroyed this thing before it reached you. And he looks at you and goes, "Sorrow, my love, I need you to find your sister and get out of the city now."
Dad, I had him. Give me a chance. Come on, let me fight.
The female speaks up. "My dear, please listen to your father. You must find your sister and you must get out of the city. This place is going to hell."
Let us stay. Let us help. Come on. We can do this. We've never had a chance.
"My dear, you are our priority and your sister is our priority. Let us do what we were hired to do as aides to the king. Go."
All right, you know we're gonna have to fight our way out of here, right?
What else have I been training you for?
She turns and runs to the door and is looking for her sister.
Your parents stand in the hallway and look at each other as you take off, and they ready themselves, their hands igniting in arcane magic. And your father turns to his wife and says, "Pridebone is going to hell. That's clever." They smile and make their way down the hallway towards the courtyard, where David Horselhoff is currently using all of his strength to open up a portal to sink the castle down into the underworld. Sorrow, you are traveling through hallways. You go to where your sister would normally be, and you open up the door, and it is completely empty. Kind of start to feel a little bit of panic as you start reaching through doors, bashing them open, and the rooms are empty, empty, empty. Soon the castle starts to shudder, and you can feel the walls starting to buckle as the ground below you starts to open up even more, and it becomes far more dangerous. We see Sorrow making a decision. The ground is being sucked down right behind her. She sprints and jumps and makes it just in time. She stands up, seeing the peaks of the castle slowly dropping down into the ground as a spout of dragons flies up from below. Sorrow, are you scared?
She's not scared. She's having a lot of emotions. So if someone were watching, they would kind of see her wipe you know how an angry child has like those resentful tears when their parents tell them to do something. So she feels like she's been like put in the corner, but she's also a little indignant. Like, I'm old enough, like I can do this. So she kind of wipes like a hot, angry tear from her face after being told by her dad to like get out. And she's scared for her sister because she couldn't find her, but she's not scared of fighting. She like is quite arrogant and thinks that she can do it. So she kind of wipes the anger and the tear from her eye over, you know, basically she's like mad that her dad, and she's mad that crying is her response to anger. And so she gets her footing and she kind of just is looking for something to fight. So she probably, the nearest ghoulish thing she kind of gets into battle with, heading out of town like she said, but also like willing and hoping to fight her way out.
Yeah, creatures are coming up from the edge and start pursuing Sorrow, and she turns around and gets in a heated battle, all while calling out for her sister, hoping she can find her. And to this day, she has not. She has not seen her sister. She has not heard from her sister. But part of her still hopes that she got out too. We kind of fade into this cavern where these two monstrous creatures kind of snuck up on you guys, putting you in a terrible situation where death could just be one roll of the die away, especially for someone like Sorrow, who's here with more legendary adventurers like Erebus and Garryle, and a famous singer, which who knows what he's up to. The one thing you don't do is you don't feel fear. There are no tears you need to wipe away from that anger in this situation. The way Sorrow is feeling, staring down these massive creatures as they curl around and open their jaws towards your party members, is readiness. And we see Sorrow smile. So we are jumping into round 2 of this combat within the mines of Candy Cane Forest, just a town. First, in initiative order, Bard Simpson.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers. It's a first level spell. I whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. Range is 60 feet. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay. Are you targeting the one in the group?
Yes, the Gyarados in the group. It looks like a Gyarados. If psychic damage, it must immediately immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. And then on a successful save, obviously the target takes half.
I will roll a wisdom save. That is a 4.
Okay, failed. And then 3d6. There we go. 8.
Okay, so 8 damage.
8 psychic damage, and he has to move away from me, apparently, if he has a reaction.
Okay.
It has to use its one reaction this round to move away from you.
Yeah. So it can move 30 feet. Wow. Yeah, I think it winds up here.
Yeah, it just doesn't really. Oh, it's an enchantment type spell. So if for example, these creatures are resistant or immune to enchantment effects. That's what I was looking for.
So by moving that way, would that set off attacks of opportunity? Because it's not disengaged, it's running. Yeah. Roll 1 attack for the T-Rex, and then Sorrow, I don't know if you have anything melee equipped.
You don't want to hit it.
Yeah.
What?
I have a dagger, but I already know I get damage if I hit it.
Plus 8 is 27.
Yes. So here, I can roll damage if you want. I rolled damage, and it's nasty.
And then-
38
but also-
points of damage.
Wow. But it also does damage to the dinosaur, to Axe Beak T-Rex.
Yes, I will. That
Nice.
did a good amount of damage. The T-Rex is going to take 3d6 fire damage, which is only 12.
And then it's his turn. What's his speed?
50 feet of speed, so he could chase
Oh,
it down.
yeah. He's going to go after him. So 18.
Hits.
Nice. Okay. It does 4d12. So 31. Dang.
31.
Wow.
Whew. So 24 plus 7, 31.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, another in the 30s. Ooh, okay. Interesting. All right, cool. Okay, so then after the T-Rex, it is now Garryl's turn.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just cast it so you guys can see it. I've now summoned a construct. Been looking and learning about concentration because I've got this old monster
Yeah.
and I can do the spell. So I've
Excellent.
summoned a metal body construct right in front of the, I'll ping it here. The construct makes the number of attacks equal to half of this spell's level, rounded down, which is 2 at 4th level. That's a 34.
A 34?
Do you think that a
You
34 might
You
will hit it?
You just made it.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. We'll do 1d8 plus 4, 6.
Okay. 6
And-
damage.
Yep. And then we'll do that one more time, which is a 20. Hold on a second. 25. I assume
to
that
hit?
will-
Yes.
A 25 will hit.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we'll do another 1d8 plus 4.
And then 4
And that is a so 11.
Okay, give me one
So in total
second.
17.
4. It has taken that damage and it is looking bloodied.
What?
Oh.
Really?
Not very bloody, but
Okay.
yeah. Now you hit this thing melee, correct?
Yep.
Wow, terrible. 9 on the first one.
Okay.
10 on the next one.
Oh, 19. Wow. Okay.
Alrighty. So that
Okay, and
would
then you're
be
going to go ahead and
your
take 1d10 fire damage.
1d10 fire damage.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
why is
whenever
that?
you touch this creature, it attacks you.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. The 5 damage of fire hits this thing, but you see none of that go through.
Got it. And that is exactly, ladies and gentlemen, why I did that.
Nice.
So
That's like- it's
I
like
call
the-
out possible immunities to fire to the party.
Oh,
Okay.
Roger that.
We are over to Erebus Blackheart.
I'm going to blister this asshole over here. I'm going to
Okay.
cast Witch Bolt at 5th level. That's a 27,
26.
and that is going to be 60-12
Oh,
Nice.
Dang.
of lightning damage.
Okay.
Does that thing look like it took it, or?
wow.
On the one that was held.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me attacking it shouldn't break the hold monster, I don't think.
So that all goes through. 41 points of
Fantastic.
damage.
Nice work.
Wow.
Okay, and for my bonus action, I'm going to hex it.
Okay, the one that's held.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So
it has
tell me
it
what
has
it-
disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. It also
Okay.
has a minus D4 to attacks and saving throws.
how long is that?
Concentration up to an hour.
Over to Sorrow.
I'm going to cast Shatter on number 7.
Okay.
So, a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point you choose within range. Each creature in the 10-foot sphere must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save or half the fletch on a successful one.
Okay. And what's the save?
14.
What type of save?
Con.
Constitution save. Okay. And 20.
Oh.
I know.
So they're
it goes-
taking. So I rolled
and I checked it out.
21.
Yep. And then we'll just half it. 10. Okay. That's okay.
And then I'm going to use my movement to come and just kind of flank Erebus.
Okay. And then you're going to attack him next round. Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah. Dagger in the back.
Good luck.
It is now the held creature's turn, and he is going to try to break it. So he did not pass, and now it moves in turn order to the next creature. Now, this guy, he stares at this large T-Rex that's in front of it and opens its jaws, and it separates sideways, looking at this thing, getting ready to bite.
That's cool.
But it decides that this thing has done a hell of a lot to it, and it dives its head into the ground and starts to burrow. There will be, actually, the T-Rex already took its reaction, so it's not going to get an attack of opportunity, but your construct could.
Okie dokie. I was just going to ask about that. 23.
Hits.
And 1d8 plus 4. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. And of course, the heated body hits back for 14 points of damage.
Dang.
Hey, I don't want to get hit by this thing, man.
So it burrowed into the ground and we can't get at it anymore, basically?
No, you cannot. You can just see the hole where it dug down underneath. And you feel the ground rumbling below you. Right now, it's actually going to go up to round 3, and it will be back to Bard Simpson.
Okay. Should I attack the one that's held or should I leave it there? Because, I mean, if it gets,
No,
if it
just go
takes
ahead and
damage.
attack it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just going to hit
I would
this
hate that.
one with the crossbow. It's not going to do much damage, but nobody's in range of its spurting lava blood.
Natural 20.
Ooh, so I guess it doesn't matter what
Yep.
my
It actually will bring up the new crit system that we have talked about.
roll damage
sure.
twice and choose a -2 for 1d4 rounds on one of the following: strength, dex, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, armor class. Ooh, penalties are able to stack. Ooh, -2 on one of those.
He's already been hit for what? Wisdom and dex, right, Josh?
Just wisdom.
Just wisdom? Okay. Strength or
Yeah,
intelligence?
I was going to say strength because that's probably what it uses to attack. But let's roll damage.
Yep.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Seven whole
What a
damage.
hit. 7 damage with a critical hit.
But
Did you want to...
-2 to strength,
And
and
you
then I
want-
do a 2d4 or 1d4?
Oh, 1d4.
1d4, I'll roll that too.
This guy's just stacking the conditions.
Wait, what happened here? Oh, it added it to a d6 for some reason, but the d4 was a 4, so
Okay, so for 4 rounds.
yeah, -2 to his strength for 4 rounds. That's pretty sweet.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
I thought that was going to be a throwaway turn, but I ended up critting. That's nice.
I'm proud.
Okay.
I think we're all proud of you.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and then
All right.
move the Axebeak dinosaur to between Bard and the monster.
So you'd be able to move right next to it and attack, or you could, it's all about positioning. So
Right.
you can either position him where you want, or you can move up and attack.
I'm just gonna attack. Let's be aggressive. Be aggressive and do a bite. Okay, and it's +10 to
Okay.
hit instead of +8 like I did last time. So D20, 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then it's 4d12. Whoops. Ooh. And that's +7. So that's 46.
Wow.
Wow, 46 damage on a massive chomp from the T-Rex.
That was a huge roll, but don't forget to do the blood damage,
Yes.
Master DM.
Which, speaking of, it is bloodied at this point, and you will take 9 damage as your teeth break through the carapace of this creature. The blood kind of oozes up and out from the heated body and burns the T-Rex around the mouth for 9 damage.
Ouch. Nice. It reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow. The aliens have like the acid blood. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm picturing in my head.
And
Okay.
next time, I forgot to do it. So you know what? We'll do it right here. You hit him with a crossbow critical hit, and you did a -2 to its strength. What did that look like?
I think the crossbow hit it in the throat. It's having trouble breathing, so it's not getting enough air to like fully strengthen itself to do like the normal attack that it would do. So it's like weakened it because it can't breathe correctly for a second. And maybe there's like a chink in its scales, you know?
Yeah. I think
So
you
it
can
really
see the
got in
whole,
there.
like sticking out.
Yeah.
Like half of it's stuck in there, so it's like you can see it wants to like try and move and try to bite at it and take it out, but it's held, so it can't do anything. Okay, so next up in initiative is Garryle.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on this one. And I'm going to use my overchannel, which means that
It's max
you
damage.
deal max damage. Yeah. So that's going to take 60
Okay.
points of damage. Plus my intelligence modifier, plus 13. So 73 points of damage.
73.
73.
Wow. You see this thing get blasted from this. I'm looking at your line of sight here.
Oh, I got to move. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to move.
Yeah, I hear you. Because I can stand up right next to Sorrow and get him, right?
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no problem.
Otherwise, I'd be putting in some mischances there. Okay,
No, that makes total sense.
you lit him up, and he looks in dire straits. They're like pieces of scales falling. They have this large like frill along the sides, almost like a cobra with spikes. One of them is just completely ripped to shreds and withered. The other one's kind of messed up. This thing is in incredibly rough shape. Up next is the construct.
Yeah, so the construct is going to come up here and protect our backs right here. Oh, and I need to give myself 2d12 necrotic damage.
2d12 necrotic damage.
I took 7 damage.
Why do you take that damage?
So when I cast that thing that I just did, that over channel, the first time I do it, I take a psychic damage or necrotic damage. I get it again, and then when I use it like multiple times, it can really screw you up. But I was hoping to kill it with 73 damage.
You got very close. I'll tell you that. It is still standing.
Disintegrate on it, which I probably should have done that instead. But what are you gonna do?
It's okay. It's about to be dead because it's my turn.
Hell yeah.
34.
34 hits.
No. That's damage. It automatically hits.
Oh, which
first
one automatically hits?
Yeah. So once the first one hits, it's a lingering effect. So it takes 34 points of damage.
And that's not concentration?
That is concentration. My hex is not. It's not the spell hex. It's a warlock ability. It may be called something different. I don't remember.
Is that what Geralt just used?
What?
Did you just use Witch Bolt, Garryle?
Yes.
I don't think I can. So that I can't even cast that spell. Well,
you can, but Hold Monster would be done.
Yes, you're right. And I've already cast it. So it is what it is. I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the I forgot that it was a continual spell. I was like, oh, Josh did a great amount of damage with that. I should do that too. And then I did it.
But it's okay because you hit him for 34.
Yeah.
This creature had only 17 hit points left.
Oh yeah.
You see half of this body explodes and it falls dead on the floor.
Oh, would you have splash damage for that?
Nice work.
I'm not going to do splash. That seems cheap.
Well, no, it's, I mean, you want
and it would just be the T.
I'm prepared.
I would say it'd just be the tier hex. Yeah.
No, it's totally fine. Go ahead and hit me. It does no damage.
No, it's fine.
No, it does half damage.
No, it's not getting you with anything. You're too far. Okay, so that one is Deadzo. So right now you still feel the ground rumbling beneath your feet. Sorrow, you are up. What do? We're going to stay in initiative.
I'm going to cast Levitate on myself. Because I'm hoping that it won't, I'm assuming it has some way of identifying where we're standing. So I'm going to levitate myself off the ground 20 feet and hope it doesn't realize I'm standing there.
Smart.
And I'm going to use movement and move away from the group and levitate 20 feet off the ground. And that's my turn, but it was protecting myself.
No, I think that's
a
really
very
smart.
Good.
Why didn't you shout that out to everyone?
I'm not levitate.
I actually rolled a d4 to see who this creature would target, and I did roll for you.
Oh,
so fantastic
and
move.
Floated away.
Yes, you fantastic move because you may have just saved your life with that.
Yeah. Right. That's what my thought was. I'm like, if it burrows, then I'm fucked.
You feel the ground rumble as it's this creature's turn, and nothing happens. Top of the order. Over to you, Bard. What are you doing?
Let me think. I was trying to think of something I could do. But I mean, we don't really have an enemy.
Right.
Yeah. You can always just hold your turn.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I'll do. Hold.
You can also ready an attack. So if you have your crossbow, you could say, I'm going to ready my crossbow, and whenever this thing pops up, I'm going to take a shot at it.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I do.
Okay.
Of course. Also, he's humming a little bit, you know? But it's like theme music for this fight, so it's like.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? It could just kind of wander around or move, or maybe it's checking out this destroyed creature. Or you know what? It could roll perception. It's got perception +4, a T-Rex does. So roll perception for the T-Rex. This is what we'll do for its turn.
+4. 17.
17? Okay. The T-Rex is kind of like looking around. It knows something is off with all this rumbling, but it kind of has a little bit better sense on where this thing could possibly be. And it's looking like it's looking in an area just past the construct, in between the southern wall and the rock that you were on, Bard. The T-Rex is kind of looking right in that in between.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do for the T-Rex's turn, as it's kind of hunting. So next up, Garryle.
All right. Well, I'm trying to figure out if there's any skill that I have that can help in this endeavor. You said that this is kind of where it was thinking?
Kind of in between, like just to the right of the construct.
Is there any other skills that I can do? Are these things magical? Could I do like an Arcana check to further pinpoint?
You know what? For these specific characters, I'd let you do nature or history.
Okay, let's see. Which one do I have a better roll in? History is what I have a better roll in. So I will go ahead and do that. Yeah. Did you see that? Okay, 20.
20. Okay.
Oh, no, 21. I got a 5. Yeah, I got a 5.
21. Okay. So 21, you kind of are looking at these creatures. You finally have a moment to kind of like take in the situation and you're not rushed. So your brain's kind of like going through like, what the fuck are these things? And you go, I've read about these before. They're called, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but a remoraz. And they are bad creatures. But the reason why I had you roll history is that these creatures have a history with frost giants. Frost giants, you know, from all of your studies, would usually find these creatures when they were young and then raise them as like pets or guard dogs, basically.
Really?
Yes. And I think as you're remembering this, you can look over at the one that has fallen and you can actually see a branded sigil on the side of it.
So now be on the lookout for giants. Gotcha.
Okay. So we will take that as your action. Up next is Erebus.
I'm going to move like right over here where it's a little bit more open. And I'm going to take my sword and my shield and sort of like clang them around and like bash the ground and try and get its attention.
Oh, that's smart.
And I'm going to use Second Wind on myself real quick. Hell yes. And recover 18 points of health.
Sweet.
Sorrow, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Earth Tremor
Oh.
over by where the dead one is. At this point, I'm just trying to confuse and misdirect the one underground. So I'm just going to cast Earth Tremor just to try and like make a bunch of movement over by the dead one.
Kill me.
It's not going to be over by you.
No, that's you.
Oh.
With your earth tremors.
Well, I'm trying to protect you guys too. So
No, I think it's actually really, really smart.
So it's probably not going to damage anything. It just says each creature in that area would make a dex saving throw.
Or be knocked prone.
No, yeah, or be knocked prone. Yeah. So the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain until cleared. But I'm just going to burn a spell slot and try and confuse it a little bit. That's my goal there.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys continue to feel the ground rumble. And you see over near this tremor, this creature pops up and arrives.
Nice. That's all you, Bard.
Yeah, so you get a shot considering the T-Rex that's right in front of it. Would that be like a couple to its AC? Isn't it like
So partial cover is +2 to its AC. If it's got 3/4 cover, it's +5.
Okay, I'm not going to say 3/4. I'll just do the up by 2. So go ahead and take your crossbow shot there, Bard.
Roger that.
Roger.
Ooh,
Oh,
man,
that
I'm rolling
definitely is.
good today.
What'd you get?
I got 17 plus 9. Nice. Is 26.
That hits.
Which is 1d6 plus 4 damage.
7 damage. Oh man. This thing gets hit by your 7 damage and is just like, oh no, it's worse than the 40.
Thanks.
Just from the shame of the tiny bolt.
But my axe beak turned into a dinosaur is going to bite him.
It didn't have a readied action, and you don't
that's right.
do an attack of opportunity moving into the space. But I am going to say it was so confused by the tremoring, it has tremor sense as well as vision. But because it messed up its tremor sense, it's going to kind of pop up and look around. And it also knew you were making noise, Erebus. It's going to attack you, but at disadvantage. At disadvantage, 21.
Hits.
Okay.
My AC is 20.
Okay. So it hits. So it is going to do 11 points of fire damage and 41 points of piercing damage. That is going to be the end of its turn. Next, top of the order, over to Bard.
Let's do something wild and crazy here.
Too wild and crazy, guys.
I'm going to do Arcane Sword. You create a sword-shaped plane of force that hovers within range. It lasts for the duration, which is 1 action. Or no, that's the casting time. The duration is concentration up to 1 minute. When the sword appears, you make a melee spell attack against a target of your choice. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 force damage.
What is the range?
60 feet.
Oh, okay.
You can use until the spell ends. You can use a bonus action on each of your turns to move the sword up to 20 feet to a spot you can see.
That's cool as hell.
And then you can use the attack again against the same target or a different one during duration. I don't know. 3d10 with the Arcane Sword force damage. I only rolled 11 to hit.
Okay, that will actually miss.
Yeah. Shoot. Well, there goes the 7th level spell.
Shit.
Well, it's still
there.
stays
Though.
up.
It's still there.
You
so-
just
Yeah.
missed.
I'm going to concentrate and keep it going.
Yeah.
All right. Dinosaur bite.
Let's bring up the tape.
Critical miss. DM gets inspiration to give themselves advantage on their next attack. Sorry about that,
Yeah.
guys.
Basically, if I choose to attack the T-Rex, I get advantage.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so up next after that is Garryle.
Let's see.
Pokeball it.
Yeah. I don't know
Do
about
it.
that. Should I?
Try it. Yeah.
I might as well try, right?
Go. It's a ranged attack. You got a +3 to your attack.
And there it is. See, I told you.
12. You throw and it kind of bounces past. It doesn't hit it, but it kind of moves past it a little bit, and it lands over by the red and blue crystals to the right.
Okay.
Waste of a turn. Thanks, Josh.
Hey, it's worth a shot. Corey, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
Perfect. So I'm bang my sword on my shield again and cast Toll the Dead,
Okay.
which it's going to take a 24 points of damage.
Ooh,
I'm going to use my action surge and do it again.
there it is. All right. 3.
Okay. Thank you. And that's an additional 27 damage.
27 damage. Okay. Still up. But it is looking in much rougher shape.
So I go ahead.
I am in melee range with it, aren't I?
You
Yeah, because it
might be
attacked
with-
me last round.
Yeah, but it also has a reach of 10.
Yeah. So I'm not going to step back then because I don't want to take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
I'm going to use Awakened Mind to shout into its mind and tell it to lay down.
Is this a bonus
Telepathic.
action?
It's just, it's not like a spell or anything. It's an ability that I have that I can telepathically communicate with any creature I can see within 30 feet of me.
Okay, you're telling it to lay down?
Yeah.
Is there any
Just
sort
like-
of save, or is this just like a...
No, I'm just telling it to lay down.
You can see it kind of like contort as you speak into its mind. It's not a fan of that, and you've made it pretty angry.
Good.
So up next is...
Can I pause you right there? Because my
yeah, what's
construct
up?
didn't get to go. I'm sorry.
You know what? You're right. So construct, go ahead.
Yeah, it has to move. It's not actually this size, so sorry.
No, it's okay. I think, yeah, you can make it up.
Oh, wow. 34 to hit. And so something I forgot last time that I was attacking with this construct is I actually add the spell's level to the damage. The 1d8 plus 4 is actually 1d8 plus 8. So
Okay.
this creature should have, and this is totally up to you, this creature should have an additional 12 points of damage.
An additional 12?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's fine. It's still in bad shape, still up.
Now, 1d8 plus, so there are 2 plus 8, it's 10. And then a second attack, that is
Hold on, what was your damage?
8. No, 10, sorry, 10.
You did 10 damage? Okay, so first of all, it's going to take 9 damage.
Okay.
From the heated body. But even though it does that, it punches this thing, and you see its fists kind of burst through part of the creature as it kind of cracks open from this impact, causing the blood to spill out over the arm of the construct, which is why it takes 9 damage. But then the creature just kind of like squeals and hisses and contorts and rolls up on its body and falls dead. It had exactly 10 hit points left.
No kidding. Okay, so that's actually Erebus's kill, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Because he would have gone first. So nice job,
So
Erebus.
temporary hit points to you, Erebus.
Thank God.
Okay. So
Nice work, guys and
Yeah.
gals and others.
Geralt, I want to take some stuff from these things, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I really want to clear the rest of the cave first.
Okay, I mean, why don't we just peek around the... First of all, congratulations to everyone. Bard, Sorrow, smart. Levitation and that movement of Earth and calling it over there, that was brilliant.
That was killer.
Yeah,
Really
the tremor was really
The
smart.
tremor was incredible, and it gave it disadvantage. I mean, that's mechanical, but
I think it
Really
fucked
great
with
job.
that a little bit.
But yeah, hey guys, I think Erebus is right. Let's take a quick look around this corner and then come back and collect what we can from these remoras. Oh, by the way, guys, these are called remoras. I don't know. I kind of remember learning about them, and frost giants would find them and raise them, and they're kind of like their pets. I don't know if you guys saw the brand on the side there, but
Wait, there's frost giants in here?
well, that's the concern that I have is that very potentially we could be running into some frost giants.
Sweet, I've never met a frost giant.
I don't know.
You
You
got-
be excited about that?
I don't think you would want to. They're very big and
They're giants,
not
right?
usually very nice.
as you guys start kind of moving past this crevice, this crack in the floor that you saw one of these things come out of, you actually hear a little bit of like wind and a cool chill coming up from this crack.
Interesting. Quick perception on that. Natural 1. So, hey guys, anybody else want to look down this crack here? I'm feeling some cold air.
Listen, keep your crack to yourself, Garryle.
All you can tell is that this crack goes pretty far down. You can't quite see past it, except for Bard, who kind of looks in and kind of sharpens his eyes. You know, he's got an artist's eyes.
Beautiful.
He looks in, and you can see that at some point as it goes down into darkness, it looks like there's actually a larger room.
There's a whole nother world beneath us,
What?
guys. I think we could
How far down?
DM.
It's probably a couple 100 feet.
Oh, it's
So let's-
pretty far down.
Let's see if there's like a way to get down there, or if it's just like that crack.
Hey, Sorrow. You're levitating right now, yeah?
Well, I've got feather fall too.
You also have dark vision, so you could just go low enough to kind of see what this room opens into.
Okay, Sorrow levitates.
Hey, listen, Sorrow.
Take
Anything is potentially going to happen to you. I will jump down there. You hear me? I will jump. Here,
take Frank with you.
you can't.
Okay.
Frank will just fall.
Damn.
I thought you guys had a better relationship than this.
I don't
thought you guys
throw him down the hole.
I think you guys mended in the prison. Now you're just gonna toss him down 100-foot hole?
Sorrow
You're a
levitates.
dick.
Can I make a stealth check while I'm levitating?
He's like 3 feet. He's
I'm
like
gonna
3
roll
feet tall. You can carry him.
Roll stealth. I rolled a 9.
A 9? Okay. So you're like, I'll try to be very careful.
Be
as
as sneaky as I can.
You get about 10 feet down and you wind up bumping one of the sides and it starts to knock some rocks down, but Frank reaches out and grabs them.
And then he whispers in your ear, shh.
Okay, so I levitate down and I roll a perception check, which is a 9 as well.
It's okay. You don't need to roll a perception check for what you're going to see right at this moment. You go back down and you feel like a total shift in temperature. This was already cold, but this is much, much colder as you go farther down. And it's probably like after 100 feet, that's where this other area kind of opens up and you're able to look down with your dark vision. And you can make out that it's kind of a weird rectangular room. And it looks like there may be a smaller room attached to it with like no doors or anything. The decoration looks ceremonial. And there is this crack, which doesn't look like it was meant to be a part of this room. And then looking along the sides, you can actually see holes where, you kind of put 2 and 2 together where these creatures have burrowed in and out of this room.
Okay, so I get a quick look around. I quickly retreat and I come up to Garryle and I say, there's like a ceremonial deep freezer down there. And that's about it. Looks like these creatures have been all over the place through it.
Okay. Wow. Erebus, Bard, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is worth checking out before we continue on.
This seems like a lot of work just for ice cream. Just saying.
Well, I think it's...
Hey,
Here's the
listen,
thing. I think it's more
would
than ice
do-
cream.
I would do a lot for ice cream, so I'm for it. I was
trying to make a Klondike joke without actually saying the phrase, and
Sorry,
and then you ruined it,
I did ruin it.
and then you stepped all over it. You squooshed it. I picked up my Pokeball, and I think it would be worth, guys. Go ahead and hop down there. Well, can you reveal more of the map?
You can kind of see around the corner before it kind of fades out into darkness what looks like a circle of sleeping bags.
Weird.
I think we should.
Human-sized sleeping bags.
Hey, Bart,
Yeah.
come on over. Let's investigate
Lives
this.
around an unlit fire.
Investigation, perhaps?
Sure.
It's a 20.
Yeah, so you're looking at it and you can make out that this is probably an area while people were mining, they could build a small fire and sit around it and try to get warm while they're doing mining. It's obviously abandoned after the death set took place here.
I say we set up camp here for, a little bit.
You want to take a short rest?
Either. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone take a short rest.
I have a Song of Rest. Beginning.
Huh?
You can use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points by spending hit dice, at the end of the short rest, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Oh, nice. Cool. I'll go ahead and roll a quick 1d6 and okay.
Oh, wait, and then it might be, I think it's 1d10, my higher level.
Oh, nice. 7. Okay, well, I'm full then.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Yeah, I'm back to full. Thank you.
Me too.
Bard sings you a lovely song as you take a moment to kind of rest.
Quietly.
Is it Wonderwall?
I don't care what it is as long as it's quiet. We don't know what else is in here.
It is. It's not super loud, but you don't hear any other noises coming from the mine or anything.
Do you think we should carry on and kind of see what else is in here, or do you want to investigate the crack there?
I'm interested in the crack, but the original reason we went in here was to like find out what's holding up the ice cream deliveries, basically.
I think it might have been those monsters.
I think so too, but I don't know.
But now I'm worried about frost giants.
I don't want to find frost giants though.
And don't forget, it's like
we very well may find them in the ceremonial chambers.
I saw a ceremonial room. Yeah, there's something else going on, right?
Yeah, there's got to be something going on here.
Well, let's look around the rest, and then we can always go down at the end, because if we go down there, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get back up. But if we've cleared the rest of the cave and we go down there, then we can just teleport out of here.
I think you guys have a great point. I think we should just let's continue on and see what we can do.